Okay, we're going to look at doing common factors and common multiples from prime factors, but without drawing a fancy diagram. See if we can do it just by inspection to save ourselves some time maybe. It's the same principle, the same maths going on, it's just another way of writing it and laying it and thinking about what's going on. So we've got these two very large numbers. We want to find their highest common factor. We're going to start as before by finding out the primes. So we'll whack it in the calculator, use the factorising option, and we know that 12,936 is equal to 2 cubed times 3 times 7 times 11 and 771,500 is equal to 2 squared times 5 cubed times 11 times 13. Now you will see I have done some funny layout there. They're not written quite as neatly as you might expect. So if you spot, we've actually done this like columns. That's the 2's column, the 3's, the 5's, the 7, 11 and 13. So rather than having hundreds, tens and units, we've got the primes as columns. Now a common factor needs to be a factor of both of these. Now because these both have 2's in, we know these are both even and we can see that. In fact, we also know they haven't got millions of 2's in. These won't divide by 2 to the 25. There aren't 25 2's to divide here. Here there's 2 squared and here there's 2 cubed. So 2 squared divides into that nicely and is a factor of that. 2 squared is less than 2 cubed, so it's also a factor of that. But 2 cubed is too big for this one. 2 cubed won't fit in here because it's larger. So all we're going to do is just select the smaller of each all the way along. So we're going to get 2 squared, 3 and nothing, or 1, nothing, nothing and the 11. So the only things they share are some 2's and an 11. So the highest common factor of these is 44. 2 squared times 11 is 44. Okay? So that's not too terrifying. It might be quicker than drawing a Venn diagram every time, so it's an option you have. We can do a similar thing with highest common multiples. So we'll use the same layout as before. 12, 9, 3, 6 is 2 cubed times 3 times 7 times 11 and 71,500 is 2 squared times 5 cubed times 11 times 13. Now the lowest common multiple is kind of the opposite of the highest common factor. We want a thing that's definitely on this times table, because it has to be a multiple of this. And it also needs to be a multiple of this, it needs to be on this times table as well. So anything that's on this times table has to have all of these factors in. Anything on this times table has to have all of these factors in. Which means in this case, we need to make sure we've got all of these factors. So in this case, we've taken the larger. We've got the cube from there, we've got the 3, the cube from there, the 7. We're going to have any one. These are equal. Just pick one of them. Don't make it too large. And there we go. So if we work that out, I can't do that in my head. So what we should do is 2 cubed times 3. Oh, get out of that. Times 3 times 5 times 7 times 11 times 13, the 5 should be cubed. And that's very large indeed. For 3,003,000. Okay, that's a fairly simple way of doing that. Slightly easier than drawing all the Venn diagrams once you understand which values to pick. Hope that made some sense.